Welcome to the Senior Health video. This video will talk about 6 everyday habits secretly forcing you to store belly fat. Have you ever looked in the mirror and wondered why your body feels so different after 60? Even though you eat healthy, stay active, and do everything you were told was right. That quiet question is now echoing in clinics across America. Doctors are calling it a silent epidemic among senior women. A wave of unexplained weight gain spreading faster than any generation before. It is not vanity, and it is not your fault. Something deeper is happening inside the body, something science now calls metabolic drift. At first it feels subtle, just a little more softness around the waist and a slower recovery after meals, a stubborn fatigue that coffee cannot fix. But then the change accelerates. Muscles shrink, hormones shift, and the metabolism that once burned effortlessly now begins to stall. Studies from leading universities show that after 60, women can burn up to 400 fewer calories per day than they did in their 30s, even when they eat and move the same. 400 calories may not sound like much, yet it equals an entire meal. Over weeks, it becomes pounds. Over months, it becomes frustration. Doctors warn this is not about willpower, it is about biology quietly turning against you. 6 everyday habits disguised as healthy choices are secretly switching off fat burning and trapping women in a slow spiral of weight gain. From the first meal of the day to the last moment before sleep, these habits change how the body stores and burns energy without anyone noticing. The good news is that there is a way out. Each of these hidden mistakes can be reversed with simple doctor-approved corrections that reignite your metabolism, protect your strength, and restore the confidence you deserve. Because when you understand what is really happening inside your body, you no longer feel helpless. You feel in control again. And that change begins right here in this video as we uncover the 6 silent mistakes every woman over 60 needs to know before it is too late. Number 1, ignoring protein at breakfast. Every morning across America, millions of women over 60 begin their day with the same routine. A cup of coffee, a slice of toast, maybe a little fruit or a muffin. It feels light and healthy, almost effortless. Yet doctors now warn this small choice is quietly turning off the body's fat-burning switch. Skipping protein at breakfast is one of the most common mistakes, slowing metabolism and fueling weight gain after 60. Here is the truth. Protein is not just for athletes or bodybuilders. It is the foundation of muscle, and muscle is what keeps your metabolism alive. After menopause, the body naturally loses muscle mass each year, which means fewer calories are burned even at rest. Without enough protein in the morning, your body starts breaking down the very muscle it needs to stay lean. The result is less strength, slower fat burning, and more stored fat in the belly and thighs. Breakfast without protein is like starting your day with an empty tank and expecting your body to run smoothly. Science proves this connection. A study in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that women over 60 who ate at least 25 grams of protein at breakfast burned about 100 more calories each day than those who did not. Over a year, that equals 10 pounds of fat, and it does not require starvation or strict dieting, just the right fuel at the right time. Take Diane, a 67-year-old retired teacher. She began every morning with coffee and toast, proud of her discipline. Yet she felt exhausted by mid-morning and noticed her belly growing tighter in her clothes. When her doctor suggested adding Greek yogurt berries and 1 boiled egg to her breakfast, everything changed. Within weeks, she felt more alert. Within months, her waistline started to shrink. Her metabolism had finally woken up again. The simple takeaway is clear. Begin your day with protein, eggs, Greek yogurt, cottage cheese, or a scoop of protein powder in your smoothie can all restart your internal engine. The earlier you feed your muscles, the faster your body learns to burn instead of store. But just knowing this is not enough, because the next mistake waiting in most kitchens looks perfectly healthy on the outside, yet secretly feeds fat from within. And that danger hides behind every label that proudly says low fat. Number 2, trusting low-fat packaged foods. After learning that breakfast can either ignite or destroy your metabolism, the next trap is waiting right inside your refrigerator. For decades, women were told that fat was the enemy, that eating fat made you gain fat. So when food companies began labeling everything as low-fat or fat-free, it felt like the safest path to health. But doctors now reveal that these low-fat products are one of the biggest reasons women over 60 keep gaining weight even while eating healthy. Here is what really happens. When manufacturers remove natural fat from food, they must replace it with something else to keep the texture and flavor appealing. That something is almost always sugar-refined starch or chemical fillers. Each bite of a low-fat snack silently floods the bloodstream with quick sugars that spike insulin and shut down fat burning. The body thinks it is getting something clean, but instead it is pushed into storage mode, locking calories into belly fat and thighs faster than before. Science confirms this hidden sabotage. A Harvard study found that people who ate low-fat packaged snacks consumed 30% more sugar every day than those who chose full-fat versions. The irony is painful. Women who avoided fat to protect their hearts often ended up with higher blood sugar, more cravings, and expanding waistlines. And after 60, when estrogen levels drop and the metabolism becomes more fragile, those sugar spikes hit even harder, turning what looks like a small treat into a daily metabolic disaster. Helen, a 68-year-old from Ohio, thought she was doing everything right. She started every morning with fat-free strawberry yogurt and skipped butter completely. Yet she was always hungry and her blood sugar crept toward pre-diabetes. When she switched to plain Greek yogurt with a drizzle of honey and real healthy fats, her cravings calmed, her energy returned, and in 3 months she lost 12 pounds without counting a single calorie. Her body was finally allowed to burn again instead of store. The lesson is simple but powerful. Your body needs good fats, not fake ones. Choose real foods like avocados, olive oil nuts, and full-fat dairy in moderation. They keep hormones balanced and metabolism steady. The next time you see the words low fat on a label, think twice before believing the promise on the box. But knowing how to read labels is only one piece of the puzzle, because the next hidden mistake is even trickier. It is not about what you avoid, but about what you are unknowingly missing every single day. And that silent shortage can slowly weaken your body from the inside out. Number 3, not getting enough protein. After 60, after understanding how low-fat foods quietly slow metabolism, the next silent mistake hides in something even more basic. Most senior women simply do not eat enough protein throughout the day. It is not from lack of care or effort. It is because, for decades, diet culture taught women to fear calories and shrink their meals. Small salads, half sandwiches, and a few crackers became the new normal. But this quiet restriction comes at a high cost. Without enough protein, your body does not have the building blocks it needs to preserve muscle, stabilize blood sugar, or keep metabolism alive. Here's the truth most people never hear. After 60, your body's ability to use protein efficiently drops by nearly 30%. That means you need more protein, not less. When protein intake falls too low, the body burns its own muscle for fuel. The result is less muscle tone, weaker legs, slower metabolism, and faster fat gain. Over time, this process also reduces bone density and increases the risk of falls fatigue and insulin resistance. What looks like simple aging is often just a slow form of malnutrition. Research proves this connection clearly. Scientists at the University of Arkansas found that women over 60 who consumed at least 70 grams of protein daily had stronger bones, better balance, and significantly lower fat mass than those who stayed under 50 grams. In simple terms, protein protects both shape and strength. Yet most seniors get barely half of what their bodies need, leaving metabolism to struggle every single day. Joyce, a 67-year-old from Texas, followed a light diet for years. Toast in the morning, a small salad for lunch, and soup for dinner. She was always tired and her waist kept expanding. When her doctor explained the role of protein, she started adding eggs at breakfast, chicken, or lentils at lunch, and fish at night. Within 6 months, she lost belly fat, regained leg strength, and said she finally felt young again. Her metabolism was no longer stuck in survival mode. The fix is practical and powerful. Prioritize protein at every meal. Add a scoop of Greek yogurt to your breakfast, include lean meats or tofu at lunch, and enjoy fish or beans at dinner. It is not about eating more food, it is about eating smarter. Protein is your body's signal to stay strong, to repair, and to burn. But only fixing your diet is not enough, because the next trap disguises itself as something healthy. It happens quietly in living rooms every evening, and it may be the reason your scale will not move no matter how well you eat. That hidden danger begins with a handful of something everyone thinks is good for the heart. Number 4, overeating healthy snacks like nuts. After realizing how protein can reignite metabolism, the next mistake hides in plain sight. It sits quietly in your kitchen looking innocent and even heart-healthy. Nuts, one of the most praised superfoods, can silently sabotage weight loss after 60 when eaten without limits. Almonds, walnuts, pistachios. They all sound clean and natural, but here is what most people forget. Even the healthiest nuts are among the most calorie-dense foods on earth. One handful of almonds, just about 23 pieces, contains around 160 calories. That does not sound alarming until you realize how easy it is to eat 3 or 4 handfuls while watching TV or chatting on the phone. Suddenly, you have consumed the same calories as an entire meal, yet your brain still believes you only had a snack. This quiet calorie creep is one of the biggest hidden reasons older women struggle to lose belly fat despite clean eating. Science has confirmed it again and again. A Harvard study tracking thousands of adults found that those who regularly ate nuts but failed to adjust their portions gained an average of 2 extra pounds per year. Over 5 years, that becomes 10 pounds, mostly around the belly and hips, where fat storage becomes more aggressive after menopause. The reason is simple. As metabolism slows with age, every extra handful counts. Even healthy calories can turn toxic when they constantly exceed your body's needs. Consider Margaret, a 65-year-old retiree from Florida. She replaced chips and cookies with mixed nuts, thinking it was the smartest choice. Yet her jeans grew tighter each month. When her nutritionist explained portion control, she started measuring 1-ounce servings and pairing them with hydrating foods like apple slices or cucumber. Within 2 months, her energy returned, and by the 4th month, she had dropped 6 stubborn pounds. The key was not to cut nuts, but to respect their power. The fix is beautifully simple. Treat nuts like medicine. A small palm-sized serving once or twice a day can provide healthy fats, fiber, and antioxidants without overloading calories. Combine them with water, rich fruits, or vegetables to balance digestion and satiety. It is not about removing good foods, it is about mastering them. But understanding calories is just part of the story, because the next mistake happens when we try to be even healthier. It often begins at the breakfast table, filled with color and sweetness, but its hidden effect can quietly double fat storage by the end of the day. That silent culprit comes in the form of a drink millions believe is harmless. Number 5, drinking fruit juice instead of water. After seeing how healthy snacks can quietly load your body with excess calories, the next trap seems even more innocent. It shines in bright bottles, carries labels that promise vitamins and freshness, and often claims to be 100% natural. Fruit juice, the drink many seniors believe is good for the heart, can actually sabotage weight control and accelerate fat gain after 60. Here is the hidden truth. When fruit is turned into juice, the most protective part, the fiber, is stripped away. Fiber slows down sugar absorption, stabilizes blood sugar, and helps you feel full. Without it, that glass of orange or apple juice becomes a direct sugar hit. 1 cup of apple juice can contain 6 teaspoons of sugar, nearly the same as a soda. For a metabolism that is already slowing with age, this spike sends the body into storage mode. Insulin rises, fat burning shuts down, and the excess sugar is converted into belly fat within hours. Science supports this warning. A long-term study from Harvard School of Public Health found that adults who drank 1 glass of fruit juice daily had a higher risk of developing type 2 diabetes compared to those who ate whole fruits instead. Researchers discovered that even natural fructose in liquid form can overwhelm the liver, turning into stored fat and contributing to inflammation. For women over 60 who already face reduced insulin sensitivity, these effects are even stronger. Take Carol, a 64-year-old from California who proudly avoided soda for years but drank orange juice every morning. She was shocked when her doctor told her her fasting sugar was in the pre-diabetic range. When she replaced juice with water and whole fruit, she lost 12 pounds in 6 months and her energy returned. Her body began working with her again instead of against her. The solution is simple and life-changing. Drink water as your main source of hydration. Add slices of lemon, cucumber, or mint for flavor. Eat your fruit whole to get the fiber and nutrients nature intended. Your body will thank you with better blood sugar control, stronger kidneys, and a leaner waistline. But just when you think the biggest culprits are found in the kitchen, the most dangerous mistake of all happens outside of it. It occurs in silence when the day slows down and the body stops moving. And this final habit is what truly locks your metabolism in reverse. Number 6. Sitting too long without movement. After uncovering how sugary drinks can quietly stall your metabolism, the most dangerous mistake of all happens when you stop moving. It feels harmless, even comforting to rest after a long day. Watching television, scrolling through your phone, reading on the couch, these small moments of stillness seem well-deserved. But doctors now warn that prolonged sitting is one of the most powerful triggers of weight gain and fat storage in women over 60. The science behind it is shocking. When you sit for more than 2 hours at a time, the large muscles in your legs go silent. Calorie burning drops by up to 30%, and enzymes responsible for breaking down fat in your bloodstream shut off almost completely. This slowdown affects circulation, blood sugar, and fat metabolism all at once. Sugar levels rise higher, fat settles faster, and over time the belly becomes the main storage site. That means even if you eat perfectly long hours of sitting, can undo the benefits of every healthy habit you practice. Harvard researchers found that adults who sat more than 8 hours a day had a 68% higher risk of obesity compared to those who broke up their sitting with short movement breaks. For older women, this impact is even stronger because hormonal changes make fat storage around the abdomen more aggressive. The longer you stay still, the harder your body must fight to maintain balance. What feels like rest is actually metabolic decline in disguise. Linda, a 70-year-old retiree, learned this lesson firsthand. She loved watching her favorite shows every afternoon and rarely moved for 4 or 5 hours. Despite eating less than ever, her belly kept expanding. When her doctor advised her to stand up and walk for 2 minutes every half hour, she reluctantly agreed. In just a few weeks, she noticed more energy and lighter legs. After 3 months, her waistline shrank and her blood sugar stabilized. She discovered that tiny movements could wake up her metabolism better than any diet ever had. The solution is incredibly simple. Move every 30 minutes. Stand, stretch, walk to refill your glass of water, or do gentle heel raises near a wall. Even 2 minutes of activity can reactivate enzymes that burn fat and stabilize blood sugar. It is not about going to the gym for hours. It is about interrupting stillness before it becomes dangerous. Your body was made to move, and every small step you take keeps your metabolism alive. But understanding how to fix these daily traps is only the beginning, because the true secret to reversing silent weight gain lies in how you connect all these lessons into one new rhythm of life. And that powerful shift begins the moment you decide to take action. You have now seen what doctors call the 6 silent mistakes that quietly make women over 60 gain weight, even when they try to do everything right. Skipping protein at breakfast, trusting low-fat foods, eating too little protein through the day, overdoing healthy snacks, drinking juice instead of water, and sitting too long. Each habit may seem harmless, but together they slowly turn off your metabolism and steal your energy. The truth is, your body is not broken. It is simply waiting for you to give it the right signals again. The best part is that every one of these mistakes can be reversed starting today. Begin your mornings with protein to wake up your metabolism. Choose whole foods with healthy fats that keep hormones balanced. Keep nuts as a small treat, not a meal. Drink more water, eat your fruit whole, and stand up to move a little every 30 minutes. These small acts of care send your body a message of strength, balance, and renewal. Over time, they can lower blood sugar, melt stubborn fat, and restore confidence in the body you live in. If you have struggled with fatigue, stubborn belly fat, or frustration with diets that no longer work, remember this: it is never too late to start again. Your body can still heal, rebuild muscle, and regain energy at any age when you understand what it truly needs. Change does not come from punishment, it comes from awareness and consistency. You do not have to be perfect, you just have to begin. Before you go, save this video so you can revisit the tips anytime you need motivation. Subscribe to our channel and turn on the bell icon to receive the latest doctor-backed health insights and food updates designed for seniors who want to stay strong, independent, and full of life. In the next video, we will reveal the everyday foods that secretly protect your heart and slow aging naturally. Until then, take care of yourself, move a little more, and never stop believing that better health can begin today.